We are less than a week away from Disney's woke Snow White film being released in theaters, and I cannot wait for the complete and total disaster that this is going to be. It's been absolutely insane leading up to this point with everything with Rachel Zegler, and it's only getting worse and worse because today we just got confirmation from Disney that Rachel Zegler is completely out of control, and this has left a lot of Disney executives extremely angry at Rachel Zegler. So we're going to be getting into all of the drama here today and seeing what is going on, and also taking a look at the box office projections for Snow White. And I definitely want to know if you guys are planning to go watch this film in theaters or not. I think I already know the answer to that for pretty much everyone in the comments here, but please let me know. Go ahead and roast the film, roast Rachel Zegler, roast woke Disney as they absolutely deserve. But let's go ahead and get into the drama first, because Disney is completely upset, completely angry. It has been a complete and total disaster. Everything from Rachel Zegler with her weird comments to, you know, the infighting between her and Gal Gadot. Rachel Zegler out of control. Disney's Snow White headed for woke disaster. No one is surprised by this. It's going from bad to worse for Disney, as now it's claimed that Rachel Zegler is out of control. I mean, we could have told you that. At the same time, I don't feel bad for Disney, because they were literally the ones that hired this DEI actress to play Snow White. This entire decision for them to have Rachel Zegler play Snow White wasn't because Rachel Zegler was a good fit for this character. It was all because of woke BS. And now this is all going to come back to bite them in the ass, as it already has in a lot of ways, to be honest. Recently, reports have said Disney is clamping down on the UK and US premieres for Snow White following the controversy surrounding both Zegler and Gal Gadot. So the latest is from the New York Post, page 6, where the outlet says insiders offer working with Rachel Zegler has been a disaster. So Disney's lead actress is out of control. They don't know what to do. She's an outspoken 20-something, and Disney's chiefs have called her directly and asked her to tone down her posts. They've called her management, but she won't listen. It's been this way the entire way through filming, and it's the tying of her politics to Snow White that is upsetting. Once again, let me just say, Disney, this is your fault, because you guys were the ones that hired her because of DEI BS, and now you guys are dealing with the consequences. And I do not feel bad for Disney whatsoever, and I don't think any of us do. This is absolutely exactly what they deserve for continuing to pull this type of nonsense. This is pretty hilarious, though, because Disney is basically at a point where they cannot stop Rachel Zegler from saying stupid stuff, so they are just not having her at the premieres. They're restricting the premieres and all of that type of stuff to try to clamp down on Rachel Zegler from saying a bunch of absolutely ridiculous things all over the place. And well, it's starting to look like that a lot of people that were working on this film are starting to get extremely anxious and starting to lose their mind over the fact that this film is looking like it's going to be a complete and total flop. We had another actor who is part of Snow White who slams Disney for scaling back premiere as company braces for $270 million woke disaster. And I mean, we've already heard insiders that have basically confirmed exactly that to the media. Disney are already anticipating an anti-woke backlash against Snow White and have reduced the media schedule to just a handful of tightly controlled press events, which leads us to, of course, the reason why Disney is panicking, and that is because the box office is not looking too great. So Disney's upcoming live-action Snow White remake is seeing its box office projections decline ahead of its March 2025 release, with industry estimates now predicting a domestic opening weekend between 48 million and 58 million. Now, there's some people out there in the media that are, of course, trying to turn this into some sort of huge win for Disney, but it's absolutely not. I mean, even looking at some other recent Disney films that kind of fit in the same genre, like The Little Mermaid, if you look at the opening weekend for that, it was $95 million. So we're talking about half of that, and this film needs to make way more than that in order to come even close to being successful. This film needs to make like around 800 million to be even considered slightly at all a success. Of course, this whole thing is looking absolutely terrible for this film, and I am all here for it. I cannot wait for the upcoming weekend for this film to be released. It's going to be a hilarious time, so make sure that you subscribe, turn on the notifications, all that good stuff, so that you keep up to date on all of the disasters that are happening with this film. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.